So you are now producing a sound on your mouthpiece. What we're going to do is show you how to actually correctly hold the trumpet so that you're assuming a comfortable position and a correct technique while you're holding your trumpet. Place your mouthpiece in the lead pipe of the trumpet. Some advice I can give you is don't hit it in, and you don't need to crank it in either. It should just rest quite gently so that you can take it out just as easily. I've seen it happen a lot where people can get their mouthpieces stuck inside that lead pipe, and then you need a special tool to remove it. So don't hit it, don't drum on it, don't crank it in too tightly. Just place it in gently and let it rest in the lead pipe like that. So I'm going to walk you through the hand positions of the trumpet. I'm going to start with the left hand. So lift up your left hand and look at the trumpet on the left-hand side of the trumpet. So what you should see is your trumpet should have a ring, and it potentially also has this little thumb crook over here. Some of them don't, so don't worry if yours doesn't or if it looks slightly different. So I'm placing my ring finger through the ring, my little finger's wrapping around the ring, my index and middle finger are in front of the valve casings, and my thumb is either sitting in the crook or wrapping around the valve casing. So that's the left-hand position. When you're holding your trumpet, a lot of this carries the weight of the trumpet, your left hand. And some of that should be sitting on your index finger like that. You don't want to be gripping the trumpet too hard. You don't want to be having any tension in your arm. So it should actually be quite loose in your hand. If someone were to grab it from you, it should just fall out of your hand. Let's move on to the right hand position. So I'm going to turn to the right hand side of the trumpet, and I'm going to show you my right hand. On this side, remember the right hand does the playing of the trumpet. So we don't want to associate that with holding the trumpet. So your left hand does all the holding, your right hand does the playing, and we want to try and keep it as loose and free as possible. The way I place my right hand is I take my thumb and I look at the first two valve casings. It goes 1, 2, 3. Between the first two valve casings, I place my thumb up and touching the lead pipe. This is the lead pipe over here. So between the first two valve casings, I place my thumb and I let it sit underneath the lead pipe like that. I'm not jamming my thumb in like that, and I'm also not wrapping my thumb around the first valve casing like that, which people often do in the beginning. I'm letting it rest between the first two valve casings under the lead pipe like that. Then I'm going to take my first, second, and third finger. That means your index, middle, and ring finger is 1, 2, and 3. I'm going to place those on top of the first, second, and third valves, just like that. Now, another important thing is your little finger should not be hooked into the hook of the trumpet. You definitely want to try and just balance it on top of the hook of the trumpet, like that. What I can say about your right hand position is you want it to feel like there's a ball in your hand. It wants to be nice and round. So look, when I'm placing my hand on the trumpet, it looks round. You should avoid having your fingers flat and stretched out like this. And also you should avoid cramping your hand up against the trumpet like that and playing like that. Again, what we're trying to strive for is a nice, free hand. The only reason why this hook actually exists on the trumpet is so that you have the capability of playing with one hand. If you have to turn a page or if you have to play with a mute, you have that ability on the trumpet. But for general playing, you want the left hand to support the weight, right hand to be nice and free, just like you're holding a ball, like that.